everyone? Hope we're all doing well. I'm not doing well because the UFC absolutely fumbled Jose Aldo's comeback. Before I even get into all of that, I need to recap what happened at UFC 315 because Jose Aldo in his last ever fight got absolutely fucking bummed by the judges. So Jose Aldo takes on Ayman Zahabi, wins the first round, wins the second round, and in the third round, he hurts Ayman Zahabi quite badly. I can't remember the shot that it was that he hurt him with, but he hurts him quite badly and then is all over him like a fucking rash. And to be fair to Ayman Zahabi, he did a great job of recovering very quickly. He recovered very quick and was able, and then saw that Aldo was quite knackered and put it on Aldo and won the rest of the round, and in my opinion, won that round. So for me, it was a very clear 29-28 in favor of Jose Aldo, but according to the judges, nah, it was 29-28 in favor of Ayman Zahabi. And honestly, I just can't fucking believe it. Back-to-back fucking bummings from the judges that Jose Aldo's had to experience. Like, I'm honestly convinced all these judges had a bet on Jose Aldo to beat Conor McGregor 10 years ago, and when he got sparked out in like, what, 13 seconds, they're like, fuck this, we've got a collective vendetta against Jose Aldo. We're going to leave a massive sloppy shit stain on his legacy. Because let's be honest, he's been hard done by the judges in the Marlon Moraes fight for his 135 debut. He was done over in his second to last fight against Mario Batista, and he's just been fucked over in his very last fight against Ayman Zahabi. And it's just left a sour, shitty stain on the ending of Jose Aldo's legendary career. Like, I saw a tweet what said Jose Aldo's featherweight losses: Conor McGregor, Max Holloway, Alexander Volkanovski, and now Ayman Zahabi. And not only should he have had the win over Ayman Zahabi, this fight shouldn't have been made in the first place. The matchmaking for this fight to be put together was absolutely fucking diabolical, and you can say that about his entire comeback to the UFC, because he came back in mid-2024 and he was matched up against Jonathan Martinez. Now, Jonathan Martinez is a comeback fight. Actually, I don't mind that. At the time, Jonathan Martinez, an up-and-comer, had a lot of momentum. Believe he was coming off wins over Said Nurmagomedov and Adrian Yanez. Had a lot of momentum, was looking really good in his last few fights. I didn't mind that, and that was a fight I was like, okay, that tests the waters for Jose Aldo, but it's also a big step up for Jonathan Martinez. If Martinez gets the win, that's a big name to have on your resume. If Aldo wins, well, that's a good statement to be made. He's beat this young up-and-comer who's got a lot of momentum and been looking really good. And what does Aldo do? He goes out there and looks fucking amazing against Jonathan Martinez, dominates him pretty much on the feet, looking fantastic. And then after this, they go and match him up with Mario Batista. And the Mario Batista fight was pretty much similar to the Jonathan Martinez one in the fact that it's some guy who's coming up, he's got a lot of momentum, but Jose Aldo just passed that test with flying colors. Why didn't we match him up with a bigger name? That's what everyone wants to see, these fun fights of Jose Aldo, because he's always in fun fights usually. Why didn't we go down that route and give us the fights that the fans really wanted to see? Even if he didn't make sense rankings wise, I would love to have seen him go against Dominic Cruz. So many people wanted to see him versus Dominic Cruz, mainly because it would have been a throwback fight. Both guys at the end of their careers, both guys some of the greatest their respective weight divisions had ever seen. You know, Aldo got a legendary career at featherweight, and you got Dominic Cruz, who had a legendary career in the bantamweight division. Both guys at the end of a career, both guys from the WEC days, both guys champions. You know what I'm trying to say. But this fight, a lot of people wanted to see, and they fucking never made it. Even when Cruz was available, he was available to matchmake. You're like, nah, fuck that. We're gonna give him Mario Batista, which no one was really that interested in. And what happens in that fight? Of course, he fucking loses, and it was an absolute stink fest from Mario Batista. A fucking shocking performance. He gets the victory. A lot of people believe that Aldo should have won that fight. When I watched it live, I believe that Aldo should have won it. I haven't rewatched it. I don't plan on fucking rewatching it. But why don't we have one of these big fights for Jose Aldo? I'm talking Dominic Cruz. I'm talking, I don't know, a Corey Sandhagen, a Henry Cejudo. Who else do you want to put in there? I don't know. Maybe a Song Yadong, a Sean O'Malley. These big names that you could have done. And you just thought, nah, we're going to waste it on Mario fucking Batista. And even after the loss to Mario Batista, where again, most people believe that Aldo won that fight, and the outrage that surrounded that fight, even after all of that, the UFC thought, you know what, we're gonna matchmake you with Ayman Zahabi, an Ariel Helwani lookalike. Not any of these fights you want to see, because then people are like, okay, well, let's be honest, it's not going to fight up now. You could still do Cejudo because he was coming off like, what, 2 losses at the time. Now he's on 3 losses, of course. Could have done Cejudo still. That was booked for 2020. You could have done that. That would have been an exciting one. That would have been an interesting match make. But no, if he didn't. Or people even saying, how about Aldo versus Cody Garbrandt? That would have been a fun one as well. But no. Even if it didn't make sense, why didn't you just do that? That would have been a fun one for the fans. We got Aldo versus Iron Zahabi. And this is a weird one because it's just like, again, just this past weekend we've seen it. And it just felt like, yeah, I'm excited for Aldo. At the same time, I'm just not that bothered about this fight. If it was Cody Garbrandt and Jose Aldo, I'm telling you now, a lot of people would have been a lot more invested. And what happened with the Iron Zahabi fight happened there, you know, that we've already recapped that one, but it's just such a massive fucking shame. I feel like a slap in the face of every MMA fan that the UFC absolutely fumbled his comeback. And now that's it for Jose Aldo. He's retired and he's gonna end his career with 2 controversial decision losses that he arguably won. And it's just such a I just feel so annoyed about this. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Do you think that Jose Aldo's comeback to UFC was absolutely fucking fumbled, or do you disagree? Did you think the ones that you got match made against, do you think that it made sense? Were you interested in those fights? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.